So JD Vance just told you to be scared of nuclear suicide vests at the grocery store. That's a real sentence I just said, and I need you to hear me on this. It is a complete fabricated bullshit, and he knows it, which is exactly why he said it. This was Thursday's cabinet meeting. Vance is trying to sell you on the ongoing war with Iran, and here's the pitch this fake tough guy came up with. You talk about people who walk into a crowded supermarket and have a vest on, they blow up the vest, and a couple people get killed. What happens when the vest is not something that can kill a couple of people, but can kill many tens of thousands of people? What an asshole. Tens of thousands of people from a vest? That's somebody walks into Whole Foods wearing. I need a second here because I've now spent part of my Saturday looking into miniaturized nuclear weapon technology because apparently that's my life now. So I can tell you this with full confidence. This is not a thing. This is not even close to a thing. Nuclear devices require massive critical masses of fissile material, complex implosion mechanisms, precision engineering, and delivery systems that weigh hundreds of pounds at minimum. The smallest nuclear device in the U.S. has ever built, the Davy Crockett, weighed over 50 pounds and needed a specialized launcher. And that was after decades of the most advanced weapons research on the planet. You cannot strap that to a guy and send him to the organic produce section. Physics doesn't give a shit about what your talking points are, JD. Now here's the part that really pisses me off. 8 months ago, after the first round of strikes I ran last June, this same fuckwad stood up and said Iran is much further away from our nuclear program than they were 24 hours ago. Trump said they obliterated it. Done. Finished. Threat neutralized. We won. So which is it? Did we obliterate their nuclear program, or are they about to be walking into Whole Foods with nuclear vests by next Tuesday? You can't have both, JD. Pick a lane, because right now you're in 2 lanes simultaneously, and both of them are bullshit. This is the playbook. This is the only trick that they have left when the facts aren't working, when support is collapsing, when people start asking uncomfortable questions about why we're in another Middle East war. You roll out the scary monster. You describe something so viscerally terrifying that people's brains short circuit and they stop asking for evidence. It worked after 9/11, it got us into Iraq, and now this little bitch is running the same con on you with nuclear vests. And here's what that actually tells me, and this is the hopeful part, stay with me. They are doing this because nothing else is working anymore. The polling is ugly. The economic chaos is hitting people's wallets in real time. The tariffs, the incompetence, the daily disaster, and fear-mongering is the emergency brake they pull when they're losing the argument on its merits. The fact that JD Vance had to sit in a cabinet meeting and invent science fiction tells you everything. They are desperate. So here's what we do with that. Don't let this one slide. Bring up the nuclear vest thing to your MAGA cousin, your coworker, your neighbor who still thinks these guys are tough on national security. Ask them, did you hear what Vance said? Is this guy serious? Because when you make people genuinely laugh at them, not hate laugh, just find them flat out ridiculous, that's where the whole tough guy myth starts to fall apart. They want to be feared. Fuck that. Give them ridicule. They've earned every bit.